Project Lazarus, Deriz, Call of Robloxia, ZombieCon, Resurrection, MMC Zombies Project, Zombies Recoil. What do these games have in common? Quite a lot, and that's not a good thing, by the way. They're carbon copies of each other. Project Lazarus is painfully unoriginal, even for Roblox bootleg standards. I've had this game recommended to me countless times, which is funny, because I've already played this game 1,000 times. 10 years ago. Remember that Call of Duty game with the zombies from 2008? Yeah, there was like this asylum map where you had to rebuild barriers and buy guns from the wall, and there were these sodas that gave you superpowers, and yeah. Either way, this game was so well liked that a humble man decided to recreate the game beat by beat in Roblox 10 years ago. I played this game way back when, and I have to say, little me loved it. It was so faithful to the original material, and the scripting was impressive for the time period. Back in 2009, COD Zombies was relatively simple and straightforward. Survive for as long as possible. However, as the years went on and the franchise progressed, the game changed. You got fully fledged storylines, time travel, H.P. Lovecraft references, you get the point. So, with that in mind, you'd like to think that these Roblox ripoff games would try to evolve as well over the course of 10 years. Hell no. One of the first things I noticed about Project Lazarus was the fact that it was made by the same guy who made Call of Robloxia Zombies back in like 2011 or 9, whatever. With that expectation in mind, along with the player count, I was almost kind of excited to check out the game, just to see how far things have come. I was a little disappointed to say the least. As you probably have already noticed, the types of Roblox games that we see are more than often influenced by real-world trends. There are several COD Zombies ripoffs on Roblox, and they're all so similar to the point where it makes me question what the point of making these games was. If you're not going to set your game apart from the others, then it's not going to be as successful. You know, personally, I was kind of confused how this game got popular, considering how stale the gameplay is by today's standards for COD Zombies. But then I saw little comments like this, and I also took note of the game's art style and title, and the majority of the game's intended audience hasn't even played or heard of the source material. For the longest time, Project Lazarus only had one map, Graduation, which is just Verrucked beat for beat, except it's set in a school. While I understand that not everybody has the original game, nor parents will let them play it, makes you really think about how safe that this game plays it. It basically recreates the source material, but with a cartoony art style and setting to appeal to children. I'd even say it even sacrifices some of the elements that made the original map so unique. The original map had its own character, and it had this really chilling atmosphere to it. It was set in an abandoned asylum in 1945 Germany, and it just had this kind of scary vibe to it. Especially for a game where you just kill zombies. Around the map you could hear several ominous voices, followed by screaming and crying. I remember just seeing zombies slowly emerge out of the fog or the forest. The zombies on this map were also faster and were able to attack you through barricades when they previously were not able to. And yeah, I get it, there's a big difference between a single guy working on a Roblox game and a whole studio working on a game. But the key to remastering or remaking something would be honoring what made the original so unique. Although in the game's defense, I can imagine adding a violent backstory to a school setting would not be the best of choices right now. Over time, the definition of what you find entertaining changes.
Bazinga!
So, by making this game a carbon copy of a 10-year-old game, it kind of shot itself in the foot a bit. We do have the Pack-a-Punch, which is an element not featured in the original map. However, in my eyes, it just makes the game go on longer. I feel like if they added in at least one special zombie or something, then the game would be somewhat more enjoyable. Bring back those Verruck sprinters, honestly. It'll totally fly with the kids, totally. The second and newest map is a remake of 5 from Call of Duty Black Ops. It's essentially the same map, but once again, a different aesthetic. Also, there's no special zombies, despite the source material featuring it. I'm not saying that you have to copy the entire game word for word. I'm trying to promote the opposite, actually. But if you're trying to recreate the original map beat for beat, and remove an element that made the map entertaining and difficult, what do you think that's going to do for the game? I'd like to think that you'd at least replace a key element rather than removing it completely. On the topic of removing elements from the original, the game's only wonder weapon is the ray gun. It's not like redesigned or anything, it's just ripped from the original. In Black Ops, the original versions of the maps had a second wonder weapon, known as the Winter's Howl, which is basically a gun that froze and shattered zombies. The weapon was honestly pretty bad, which I think could have actually been an opportunity for Project Lazarus to improve on the original source material. I'm sorry for drawing so many comparisons, but when you do shit like this, you're asking yourself to get compared to the original. Now, don't get me wrong, the game is not the Antichrist of Roblox games. I do not hate this game. I just really don't care for it that much. But this game, and of itself, is the poster child of a larger issue. There are many, many COD Zombies clones on Roblox. All these games are just boring. I do give props to this game though. It's called Resurrection. Almost all the maps are original material except for like 1 or 2, I think. And one of the maps does have an Easter egg where you fight a giant pumpkin. ZombieCon is also a solid ripoff to the point where I wouldn't even consider it a ripoff at all. Like, there's only 20 waves and there's 3 unique wonder weapons, as well as zombie unicorns and stuff. But my god, the bad outweighs the good here. Please, stop making your games blatant ripoffs of Call of Duty World at War Zombies. Seriously, that game is 13 years old. Just make something new. Or if you want to use the original material, at the very least change it up a bit. For example, Reason to Die has a map called Buried Alive, which is basically buried from Black Ops 2 Zombies, but it's still different. They change up the map and its entire objective. Not to mention, Reason to Die is a completely different game compared to Black Ops 2. I don't know. If you're gonna remaster a game like this, just stop doing World at War. At least do like Black Ops or something, you know? Or Black Ops 2, or Black Ops 3. So, in closing, please stop what you're doing. You are talented creators who can clearly script and have valid understanding of the source material that you're basing your games off of. You have no business shamelessly copy-pasting the formula of a game from 13 years ago. Project Lazarus, along with its clone brothers, are far from the worst games in Roblox, but they're just so unoriginal and bland. You do realize that you guys are competing with each other, right? Try to make your games a little different from each other. It'll help you all in the long run. Okay, so that was my review on Project Lazarus and stuff. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment on your thoughts and stuff like that. I'm sorry that this video took so long. I was just busy with school. Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit the bell, all that shit. See you later. Bye.